What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Godly Potential YouTube channel. In this video, I'm going to be talking about a story. Okay, the story about how I was introduced to my spirit guide. Okay, but before I talk about the video, let's go to the intro.
You've come to fight as three men, and three men you are. What will you do without freedom?
All right, let's jump right into it. Story time. How I was introduced to my spirit guide. Okay, where do I want to begin? Okay, so after my spiritual awakening, right, I began to, I don't know, just get consumed with everything spiritual, because I believe it's a trait of, maybe a trait of my zodiac sign, my natal chart. But I have this tendency that whenever something interests me, it just takes over my whole energy, and that's all that I care about. It's all I want to focus on. So when I'm interested in something, I can learn a lot of stuff real fast, because that's all I focus on, right? Like when I first got into lifting weights and bodybuilding, for like 3 years, 2 or 3 years straight, I was on bodybuilding.com every single day, watching YouTube videos about bodybuilding every single day, because that's all I cared about. I'd wake up, watch videos about it. I'd be in the middle of the night looking up articles, reading articles about it. And I just consumed a lot of information about it, okay? Same thing happened when it came to spiritual stuff, right? Research a lot. And the main thing that interests me was this theory, this concept, this idea about having spirit guides. Basically, for those of you who don't know, spirit guide is pretty much a guide in the spirit form that helps you while you're here in the 3D. I mean, I guess as well in other dimensions as well, okay? But my notion, my concept was, if I can get in contact with my spirit guide, who has been with me before I incarnated, they can pretty much tell me about myself, because I want to know who I am. What was my purpose for coming down here, right? Okay, what's that? Now, I was trying to do guided meditations. I was trying to do mainly I was trying to astral project so I can see my spirit guide and whatnot. But it never happened. It never manifested that way. So after, like, I don't know, a couple months, a year maybe, I pretty much gave up on it, and I was like, you know what? I'm just focused on opening my third eye and spiritual growth, right? So that led me to meeting my meditation teacher. Let's just call him Frank. Okay. And I had booked a consultation with him one day. He was actually, when I was deployed, it's my first time booking it. And the insight, the information he gave me was just out of this world. First he did a tarot card spread, and then he channeled a spirit, gave me messages, told me about what I'm in the process of manifesting, a few steps I can take, right? Just, it was amazing, like life altering, the information he gave me, right? It was just crazy. So that happened. Then some time passed. I'm no longer deployed. I'm in my apartment, and I found this website. I'm stumbling across it, and this is pretty much a spiritual site or an occult site where they do ritual for hire. They do it's a big ass community. It's a forum, and they do all this stuff, right? But anyway, I'm on the website after I've seen one of the YouTube videos, and they're talking about this ritual they have for basically for spiritual growth, spiritual ascension. And so this thing, like, I just uploaded a video, I want to say yesterday or the day before, about intuition. And there's another time when my intuition kicked in. It was overwhelming, like, you need to do this, right? And so that happened when I was looking at this ritual they had, or this rite, rather. So anyway, I ended up booking this rite, and basically what happened was this guy, he called my astral form to his ritual circle, and pretty much gave me an offering, gave my higher self an offering, right? Or my astral form an offering. But the ritual went through. As the ritual was going on, I was supposed to lay down or go to sleep if I could. But when the time of it happened, the time he told me it was going to happen, I just couldn't sleep, right? I just have a bunch of energy. I didn't know what it was. So I was thinking like, oh, I hope I didn't mess up the ritual, the rite, because I was supposed to be pretty much still. Anyway, the next day, I emailed him. I was like, hey man, I'm just emailing you to see how to go, whether it's a success or whatever. And he was like, then he messaged me back and he goes, yo man, I was just about to email you. It was like something happened that I've never experienced before. And I was like, what the fuck? I'm reading this email. I'm like, oh shit. Like, that doesn't seem too good. He was like, not only did you show up, oh yeah, no, that's what I asked him. I didn't ask him about how it went. I was like, hey, just email you, just let you know, because I wasn't able to fall asleep. I'm not sure if like my astral form showed up or whatnot. That's what it was. But he was like, yeah, something happened. He was like, not only did you show up fast with others. No, he's like, not only did you show up fast, but you showed up with others. And you showed up, like the energy within the circle was super insane. He was like the craziest I ever felt the energy. And I'm reading this email and I'm like, yo, that's okay, that's something. But he was like, but as I was doing the ritual, something grabbed me. And he goes, something grabbed me and said, tell him to acknowledge me. Right? And I'm reading this, I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Whoa, this shit's getting real. And he said that he asked the spirit, he was like, okay, I will. What is your name? And all he got was Zen, like Z-E-N. That's all the words that he picked up on. And he told me, he was like, I'm not sure if that was a full name or a partial name, but this is what I got. It sounded like a male spirit, a male masculine spirit. But he was like, it doesn't make sense to me. Hopefully it means something to you. But yeah, like I said, that was the most craziest ritual that I've done. Like the energy was so crazy. So that happened. I read the email and I'm just like, yo, what the fuck? So what I do is I get online and I'm looking up spirits names in. Finding nothing, dude, nothing. All the things popping up is Zen meditation or something. I'm just like, what the fuck? I was like, the only person I know to hit up now is Frank, right? But the crazy thing is, at this time, Frank had been injured in an accident, right? Like, I guess it was a fire and he burned himself pretty bad, and he was not. We weren't doing a meditation class no more. No magic being taught. He went on YouTube. He was just MIA. I mean, he sent all of his students pretty much a message saying he's gonna be out for a while. So this thing's going on, and I'm just kind of freaking out. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is this about? And he ended up coming back, like getting back on the scene pretty much, probably a couple of days later. And so I book a consultation. And he was like, yeah man, what's going on? And I basically told him, I was like, yo, this is what happened. Spirit came to this guy and he was like, yeah, it's a partial name, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know what it's about. So okay, let me see if I can figure it out. So basically, he looked into my my energy, was like, yeah, dude, it's a spirit guide. He told me her full name. He was like, it's a female spirit. He gave me her full name, description of her, and basically, it was my spirit guide wanted me to pretty much acknowledge her because I was contacting other spirits, my ancestors, certain angels, and certain spirits of different religions and different cultures and stuff, right? But I had lost the whole thing about looking into spirit guides because it didn't happen in the time frame I wanted to when I first got into it, so I pretty much lost interest in it. But yeah, it was my spirit guide, and so here's like, you want to ask her anything? And I was like, yeah, basically, how can I help her? Because she's been helping me. She was like, after a while, you're going to come to realize that I'm here for you, pretty much. I'm here to help you. It's really nothing that I need from you, basically. I mean, I still give offerings in the form of like incense mainly. But then I also asked her, like, the question that I wanted to ask her about was astral project, like consciously. And I was pretty much like, who am I? And she goes, you're a teacher, and the way that you express your truth. And so jotted it down. I'm like, cool. Like I said, he gave me a description of her, gave me her name so I know how to contact her, as well as Frank, he gave me a process of how to call up on her, how to see her and whatnot. But yeah, that's basically my story of how I was introduced to my spirit guide. I mean, there's a lot of crazy stories that I have now, just from the little time that I've been walking this path. It's like shit's just crazy. Like people just hitting me up just out the blue. Like during meditation, this spirit came to me, wanted me to let you know this, or this person had a dream, seeing me with standing next to certain deities, right? Like as if I was like with them, right? Guiding someone else. People seeing me in like past lives, like a bunch of crazy stuff, right? But this is just one of those stories about how I was introduced to my spirit guide. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, be sure to leave a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe for more. Share this video if you feel like it was I don't know, entertaining. But if you have any questions, be sure to leave in the comments. I'll get back to you. If you got like a private question, you can email me at mygollypotential@gmail.com. But that's all I got. That's how I met my spirit guide. Have you guys met your spirit guide? So tell me about it. Put it in the comments. But that is all. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
You've come to fight as 3 men. And 3 men you are. What will you do without freedom?